Okay, 80 for 73 for 5. You would have thought that you could restrict LSG to a small total, but what a comeback from them. Nicholas Pooran, 58 of 30 balls, some last over exploits from Krishnappa Gautam has ensured 176 for 8. And considering you have scored 103 runs in 59 balls, quite a sack.
Is this a big total?
Yes, it's a tricky total.
Come on, 176 at Eden Gardens.
No, the problem is that KKR, if they wanted to get a big enough win to stay in contention, they needed to chase it down in maybe 7 or 8 overs.
No, you're only looking at KKR's point of view. Also look at it as a match. Lucknow also need to win.
I know, in that sense.
Have they got enough to win?
Considering they were 70 odd for 5 at one point?
No, that's okay. They may have done a recovery. Have they got enough to win?
No, this is not. I think it's under par.
A big total at Eden Gardens. I don't think the pitch was doing much, was it?
No, early on, first 2 overs, there was some swing. That kind of pegged them back because they weren't able to attack. And then they ended up throwing away wickets once the wicket calmed down.
So 176 of the balls coming on, I mean, it's not gripping or it's not as sluggish as those previous KKR wickets. And we have 176 on a small ground like this. I think Kolkata are taking it any day.
They would be favourites.
To win the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another matter, to run rate and all of that. 7 overs. That though, even if they did not have the recovery and got, let's say, 150,
They're still not
that
doing
also
it.
KKR won't have been able to do. Right now, I think their only focus is going to be to win this game. But we're only looking at it from KKR's point of view. Lucknow Super Giants have to win this game to be alive in that top 4. If they lose, then it's out of their hands. Then they have to hope for both RCB and Mumbai Indians to lose.
Or one of them to lose.
Or one of them,
Yeah.
In which case they end up on 14 and then they go through.
Yeah, one of the teams ends up on 14 and then they go through with 15. But again, precarious position considering they have their fate in their own hands. Just like CSK did in the game before.
I mean, on a crucial game like that, Karan Sharma, has he opened for them?
No, I think this is the first match he was playing this year. Because before this they had... who was the opener they had?
Huda.
No, Huda. No, even before Huda there was another player.
No, they had KL. KL went and so they had to look at other options. Kyle they sacrificed in favor of Quinton de Kock. So because of the 4 foreigners, it was tough. Unless you again did not go with Naveen, got an Indian fast bowler, and then got someone like a Kyle Mayers. That would have at least given them some teeth in their batting, which they've not been doing. Karan Sharma, first game, I mean, you're not in SRH's position or Delhi Capitals position where you're out. This is a crucial, it's a do or die game for you. You're going to play him first. I know that Deepak Huda has been woefully out of form. But in a crucial game, would I make this kind of a change? Maybe not. I know it's a double-edged sword. I know what to do. Or maybe just go with Kyle Mayers and sacrifice on your bowling. They would have had a few Indian bowlers as option that they could have looked at some past.
Yash Thakur would probably be the only one.
Well, why not? I think he's.
That's what I had said before the thing. So that's countered the right was. Naveen strengthens their death bowling, which otherwise has been woeful.
Barring the last game against MI where he got hit in the 19th over, but apart from that, he's been superb.
Now you don't need death bowling or start bowling with 176. Now I think KKR have to really bat below par to lose it from here. The only way of winning was if Kyle Mayers was there. It is possible you would have got that par total of 200. In which case you got Yash Thakur or Naveen ul Haq.
You'd have backed them.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Naveen still has been good. Like Siddharth says, with his variations, I think he's been one of their go-to bowlers at the death, which is there's good reason to keep him.
Sure, but what you're sacrificing is someone like a Kyle Mayers, no?
And
that's what I'm saying. They're batting with no KL Rahul around, Deepak Huda badly out of form. They've been lucky the last 2 games they won purely because of brilliance of Stoinis. But then law of averages had to catch up with him at one point. I mean, you can't expect him to be the guy who will win you every game. Today got out for a ducks and that's where the batting is exposed.
Yes.
The other option is set Nicholas Pooran a bit higher up the batting order. So you guys look at that 193 strike rate. Maybe he threw his wicket at that time because considering they were just closing in on the innings. And the other thing I can't understand, Naveen ul Haq and Krishnappa Gautam, from that 19th over was a good one. You needed to target that 20th over. And again, Andre Russell has been expensive when he's bowling in the death in the past. You could have gone 185-ish, could have. But they're trying to play
Cute shirts of Russell.
are you Surya Kumar Yadav? And the funny thing is that when Krishnappa Gautam played regular conventional shots, he hit a 6 and a 4. He also tried to do it. Naveen also tried to do it.
Actually, if I'm Naveen in that circumstance, I don't try to do anything except get the batsman on strike.
Yeah.
Simple as. conventional proper says, I'm the number 10.
Yeah.
I am not going to be a great batsman, so I know Krishnappa can tonk a few. He's done it in the past. Get him on strike instantly. Instead, he's trying to play sweep those little dink shots and all to
Surya
Russell.
sweep.
To Russell. I'm like, yeah, Russell might go for runs, but he also gets you wickets.
Yeah.
Would you want to throw away your wicket?
I don't know about throwing away the wicket. If I am Gautam Gambhir, I'm throwing the bat at them. When they get I'm really throwing it. And I was like, come on. But then maybe he'll keep quiet saying that, chalo, these poor guys, I don't expect them to do. What were the top order doing, right? I mean, they were the ones who expected to get me runs. That didn't happen. Anyway, they could have got that. Maybe that also, maybe 84, 85, what they could have got. May not have been enough, but at least would have given them a chance. Right now, they have to have a outstanding bowling performance from here to win. For that, Bishnoi has to have an outstanding day, and Naveen needs to have an outstanding day. Kunal, not very good with the bat this season, but with the ball, he's been decent in certain games. So, if they all step up, maybe a Mohsin, like the way he bowled the last game, then maybe. But again, I don't.
Even Krunal, by the way, has been very good in Lucknow, where there's been plenty of grip. This pitch, by the way, you saw very clearly who was the one player who benefited the most today in the spinners. Suyash got hit, Varun got hit. It was Sunil who kept varying his lines, changing his lines, bowling, keeping his variations steady, who bowled well. Last over went for runs, but 2 wickets for 28 and 4. I'm taking that every single day of the week. So he's had a good comeback in the later stages. After in the middle stages of the IPL, I think every batsman looked to take him on. He was the only spinner who did well. Suyash, impact player, comes on in the middle because they realize maybe they need an extra spinner, bowls 1 over and then 12 runs, and then after that doesn't bowl. In fact, they very nearly bowled him in the 20th for whatever reason before I think better sense prevailed. But I don't think this is a spinner's wicket at all. In fact, if you see who's done most of the damage, it was Harshit and Vaibhav. 2 young, inexperienced bowlers who you were expecting nothing of before. Pleasantly surprised me so far, done really well. And Shardul also got you 2 wickets and went for 26 runs.
Oh, which is that one? I think it was Vaibhav, right? That 1 wicket he got, he really scared the batsman. Like,
No, that was Harshit. It was
Harshit.
He got Karan Sharma where he absolutely banged it in. And
it looked like you're playing in Headingley or something.
And also the way how he troubled Dickok. Those outswingers and another crucial moment. There was a nick. KKR
at
did
the
not
start
review
of the
it.
game.
First over, Harshit and Vaibhav
I
both.
missed that, right? So,
So normally with Harshit and Vaibhav, their traditional swing they get is the in, which means the left-hander is going out. He bowled 1 ball of in to Karan, who took a single first ball. After that, 5 balls, Dickok was pinned back because it was moving out every single time, and the offside was packed. You had 2 slips, you had a third man. He wasn't taking the risk of slashing. And there was one time, I think the noise would have been a lot in Eden.
Yeah, but faint edge.
Very faint edge, which only Ultra had just about picked up. Neither the keeper nor the bowler appealed. Nothing. They just went about with their business.
Are they that ploy?
It's not worked at all.
Lucknow Super Giants have fans come wearing the Mohun Bagan jersey.
Fans have turned out decked in purple.
It's purple everywhere.
The purple army.
Yeah. But I remember when I was doing the TV show, you were saying that there are some fans who turned up when there was Anirban. Was it?
Just a few.
Very few, because
few.
I think what you saw, at least the TV visuals we get, and again, admittedly, that's a interesting small sample size. But I think if there was a plentiful number, like I remember when CSK had visited Kolkata, it's pretty evident.
That time though,
it was pretty evident here.
That everywhere today I went to
Delhi.
Jetli Stadium.
Are you sure? Was it Chepauk you went to or Arun Jaitley?
No, it wasn't Chepauk because then I would have had the beach next to me. No, it was not there.
You had concrete next to you.
You had the concrete and the nala next.
No, I had a beautiful Mughal architecture all around that area. That's the old city.
Yeah.
So
and the media entrances from that side.
Yes. So
the old
the Virender Sehwag gate.
Yeah,
it's close to that.
Yeah. So the charm of that area is the old architecture that you have, the old
garden
city,
there.
the garden, the football stadium close by, and then the shopping district is not too far, Connaught Place. So you're there.
We were just about to tell you to get us something from Bengal's.
I went to CP, by the way. After the because I would have come here, but our driver had to go to the CP office to drop off the camera. So I was in CP. Then when he went to drop, came down. Then we came. He asked me how I got something from Bengal's. The mutton cutlets are outstanding.
The mutton patties.
The mutton patties.
Patties also, yeah.
Get a veg, get a paneer.
No, I had to get a Danish pastry or something. Those things are nice from there.
Why not? And,
But to answer your question, reply didn't work. I saw like the few visuals we saw of the maroon were all in the LSG box. I mean, who you would be fair expected to be.
Honestly, if you want me to rate which is the worst jersey, I thought the Gokuldam Premier League jersey of 2022 was bad. This is very bad.
Doesn't come across nicely on television. Like, if I didn't know as a casual or as someone who is familiar with Mohun Bagan, I wouldn't know that this is a Mohun Bagan tribute jersey. It's a very bad maroon, and the green is just about here in lines.
Yes.
That's fine. They tried doing something different.
Didn't work.
It works at times. It doesn't come off well.
you know, the jersey that I liked today was the Delhi Capitals jersey.
The rainbow one.
Yeah.
Which is a marketing ploy because the owners also have a paint unit.
Yeah.
So it is actually, they do it every year.
Yeah.
Where they have these whatever the color card is there.
In fact, we were looking, and they have a pretty imperious record in that jersey. Last 3 years, they didn't lose a single game. So we were saying maybe there was a chance they could cause an upset.
Until
Didn't
CSK
happen.
decided to bunk all theories and everything.
No, it's a good jersey. They can look at it and make it their permanent jersey. It
Yeah.
certainly looks better than their regular jersey.
Yeah, honestly, I remember also, by the way, DC had a good upturn in form when they ditched the red and blue and went like total blue. There was maybe 1 or 2 streaks of red here or there, but it was predominantly a blue jersey. And it looked really nice. That was when Shreyas Iyer was the captain. They made it the final in 20. That was a nice looking jersey. Pretty similar to this one where the rainbow...
Even let's go back to the Daredevil days.
The black
then
and red.
It was predominantly all blue, dark blue rather. And you know,
It was a nice
first
jersey.
couple of seasons Delhi did well.
It wasn't black and blue. It was
No,
red
first
and blue.
first year it was black. The first, if you go back, it was
Then
black.
it was blue also. Blue.
Then it
Blue,
changed
yeah.
into dark blue and red.
Red. Okay, I don't know.
I used to
Blaugrana.
have a t-shirt also back then, a polo I remember. But then I grew out of it.
Oh,
None of your Delhi people came wearing the Delhi jersey.
You spoke with one, the one fan.
he would have been tough to find, no doubt.
Needle in the haystack.
You didn't find Mohit? I thought Mohit was there.
Mohit, you.
Mohit was there, Harshit was here.
So we made a joke that Mohit and
Harshit
Gayatri
is in Kolkata.
and playing very well.
You sit with our editor Vaibhav today. Vaibhav and Harshit.
No, that's not the only fan. That is Shweta.
I mean, come.
Uh,
There.
There we go.
The lone fan that we found. No, it was like Kila Kotla was.
Kila Kotla was Anbudan today.
Anbudan. Of course.
Yeah, it was.
It's like I remember yesterday there was an announcement Delhi Capitals put out on their socials. Thank you guys, Kila Dare has been sold out, and I'm like, who's gonna tell them? Who's gonna tell them? We know why it was sold out.
Why did I have to give my ticket to my brother-in-law?
Because you're
Why?
working today?
I have to. Yes. To have enjoyed in that
Did you
atmosphere.
meet Shivam over there? Did he not call you?
No.
Was he wearing the DC jersey?
The Pant jersey which
The
he
Pant
bowls
jersey
in.
that he has?
Which he bowls in.
I didn't see him.
To be fair, it would have been hard to spot the one DC fan amongst the sea of yellow.
That is if he went dressed as a.
That's also possible. He could have.
No, he was actually more excited about
Mahi.
obviously.
Yeah.
Tala played 4 balls, 5 runs. And was promoted to number 4 after 2 years.
Was promoted. He promoted him.
He, he also knows that crowds are
Yes.
pushing him. So when that situation was such that the few overs are left, so he came down. In fact, when he walked down from the dressing room to the dugout, wearing his pads, that time only the crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
Then he sat down, hoping for someone to get out. They weren't getting out. Then finally, Dubey did him a favor, got out. And then also you didn't know because there was an Ajinkya also padded up, sitting next to
Yeah.
him. Padded up before MS sitting there. And the only one happy who would have been that I'm not in that situation is Jadeja because he hates it. That he goes out and then everyone claps
Cheers,
for him
Dhoni,
to get out.
Dhoni.
For him to get out, they clap.
Seriously,
And
I'm
there was
very
a-
happy for Jadeja.
There was a moment there when Jadeja was on strike and the crowd was yelling single, single.
Yeah, they were chanting single, single also. Poor guy.
Poor guy, I know. I feel bad for Rane also. Was decked up, he was ready to go, but
Yeah.
no! Tala had to come in and steal the show.
Of course he had to.
He had to, yeah.
Mera rule, from
Why,
Canada.
Miraj? Do you not like me?
He says KKR all out under 115.
Oh,
Bishnoi is the man.
Wait, did he predict DC winning today or did he not
No,
come
I
at
don't.
all?
I
He
don't
didn't predict
recall.
anything.
No,
He
no,
didn't
there was
predict
no super chat from Miraj.
Yes. Oh man, no.
No, today that game, the way, I don't know if you guys discussed, the way Chennai batted, that pitch,
Yes,
that
yeah.
pitch was definitely not a 200 pitch. It was a tough pitch, and I was talking to all the former players there, Parthiv Patel and RP Singh, and we were all chatting. They were like, I don't know how they're batting the way that they are. We can't be that wrong about the pitch. And then sure enough, when Delhi came out to bat, you were like, no, they were right about the pitch.
It was
It's just that
I think Delhi
Chennai
bowled
were-
woefully.
We discussed that Delhi's key bowlers missed their
Yeah.
lengths. They were either too short.
short.
Yeah, two. Yep.
Aksar Patel in particular too short, Kuldeep too full.
Too full. Yeah.
That was the key reason. I mean, when they got 223, we felt, oh, it's about 40 runs over par. 40-50 runs over par.
And maybe that's why Dhoni promoted himself. He knew that the team had scored an above par total, so he walked into bat.
Yep.
He knew
what are you
that.
trying to say? That if they're below par, he won't trust
He wouldn't have-
himself.
No,
He
no.
would sent a better batsman.
No, but then, no, I'm just saying that the atmosphere and the setting was such, and yes, he wanted to fulfill
Yeah.
the crowd's wish as well.
So what you said, they were in a good position.
Yeah,
they would have made
we
it next
discussed
to
that.
bowler. They don't have any spinners on the bench, so it had to really be him.
Yep.
So they have enough spinners. Krishnappa Gautam is there.
Krishnappa,
Bishnoi is
Krunal
there,
and
Krunal is there,
there.
Bishnoi is there.
Although considering the way the pitch is playing, I don't think you need too many spinners. Looks more like the Pacers would make merry. Oh, they've sent Venkatesh Iyer to open. Very interesting.
Yep.
I think I know why. No, it's not just
Gurbaz
that. Gurbaz at 3 maybe, but Gurbaz's form recently has been pretty woeful. And I think next year, once Shreyas Iyer is back, and I think Venkatesh slots back to the top of the order. He's traditionally an opener. He's
He
done okay and done,
Yeah.
I think, outperformed everyone's expectations at 3 this year, but he is an opener.
Yeah.
I think this might be next year's opening pair.
Yeah.
Roy and
Venkatesh.
yes.
Venki.
Let's take the question by
No
Akash. He wants
no
to
good
know,
Bazigiri.
is this the best that you have seen Pooran play?
Yes.
I think yes.
Because
Yeah,
he
he's best.
underwhelmed. He underwhelmed for Punjab Kings. He underwhelmed a bit for SRH as well.
Yeah.
And this year, everyone was surprised when LSG signed him, and he's been phenomenal for them. It hasn't made QDK seem like a miss.
This one game I remember where he scored those 60 odd runs. I think it came in it was LSG's third match. I remember. Can't remember the opposition, but again that 61 also came at some blistering pace, and he's applied himself so much.
61, you're talking about 65, you mean RCB.
RCB.
Chinnaswamy.
Chinnaswamy, yeah.
Bear in mind, he nullified KKR spinners today. The spinners, even Varun went for a few runs,
Even-
but he got wickets.
He also gets the kind of criticism that Maxwell gets, that he tends to give his wicket away many a times. But on a few occasions now, I think this time around we have seen him apply himself a little more, spend more time in the crease, and only, let's say, go after the loose balls.
Nice one.
Well, Venki.
The only thing that I mean, he's been in outstanding form, the best that I've seen. The only problem I have is how Lucknow Super Giants have used him, batting him too late in the order. Why won't you bring him early and then let him have his impact? Na? It's like, again, I'm not comparing him to an opener, but if someone, let's say a batsman who's in top form like
Shubman, for
Conway,
instance, or
for
a Conway.
example, would I push him down to number 4, 5 or whatever? I wouldn't do that. So not utilized him well.
Yeah, even today I was surprised that they sent him after both Krunal and I think Badoni. I think they're sending him too low because see, I understand the criticism with a lot of foreign players is that maybe they struggle against spin. It's the opposite with him. This guy nullifies spin attacks. He nullified KKR's spin attack today. So it just made no sense.
No, the only way people might have thought of that idea is that okay, you've had a bit of a collapse and not a great start. So let's consolidate, and in which case you want some of those players like Badoni to consolidate. My point is, why can't you think it rather than, I think there's negative thinking, look at it positively. Let me send Pooran, let him play the game. If he gets out, then anyway Badoni and all will consolidate. But if he gets going, then he gets me 80-90. Now you're not leaving him with a chance to get that shot because you're leaving him with too few deliveries. So
Yep. And today, looking at the way how it is, see, we thought both pitches were late spin, Eden and Delhi, but most of the damage has been done by the Pacers
yeah.
today. You look at it, Shardul and everybody combined, they took 6 out of 8 wickets.
Exactly.
Even in Kotla, it was Deepak Chahar and you saw Khalil, Nauthier and
Tushar
Sakari,
Deshpande.
Tushar Deshpande, they all struck. So, I don't know whether spin is going to be a factor at all now in this, because even Chepauk has changed in character. So whether packing with spinners is just to control the economy rate, curb the flow of runs in the middle overs, I'm looking at him as a wicket-taking option. That is one thing that we have to
Well,
see.
I think all of us were very close to getting our prediction right.
Yes.
Did one of us, in fact, did get it right for this match? 177 is the. I think you
I
said.
said 178.
8. You said.
Yeah.
No.
I said 175.
I said 178 and you said 179.
So she got 178 then.
I said 165.
So what they got 178, right? Oh my
177 is the 76.
Oh, not bad actually, very
Yeah.
close.
So what's your prediction for the match then?
Hmm.
Since you're on a hot
LSG.
streak.
LSG, but I want KKR to win.
You think LSG will win with this
Ah.
team?
She anyway got her first prediction wrong.
So-
Got it right.
No.
DCCSK game.
DCCSK.
Also in the first
I don't know.
match,
DC.
I just
Wow,
had this
wow.
gut feeling
You
that
pick DC.
in fact the only reason he
DC
picked
would
DC is because he supports them. Also last game Siddharth and I had picked CSK. We got that right. This match we both picked KKR to win. So who knows? Rawat Green?
who knows, maybe
The
No,
table
she
If it
got
is-
the-
if
she
it
got
is
the total
Scored
right.
spot on. Yeah.
She might get her prediction right.
Yeah. We at least had to get this one because in the previous game, all our score predictions
Were horribly wrong. We all thought spin paradise. I picked 140.
No,
It's 80 run short.
You're not wrong. It was supposed to be that kind of a pitch. Only CSK batting. This game, I don't see this as a winning total. I can't see. Unless, as I said, KKR really shoot themselves in the foot. I don't see them winning. So,
Yeah.
okay. Bye.
So we'll join you in the match end. Hopefully, the Purple Army wins. It makes it even simpler then for Sunday if KKR.
Why, others will be hopefully for you now. For others, hopefully could be LSG win also.
Yeah. But I've never. I don't know. I've never backed LSG in the entire IPL.
I wonder why.
I really don't know. Yep. Okay. Bye bye from all of us. See you in the match end. Sorry.
Match it. This is the mid.
This is the mid.